called it.
Oh, they may be playing football, and the crowd is yelling, kill the referee. But no matter what the score, when the clock strikes 4, everything stops for tea.
Hi, and welcome to Spill the Tea, the show for British expats and everybody that loves all things British. My name's Ian.
My name is Sam. I'm back. It'll be a miracle if I don't cry during the show, but on today's show, we have a BFF with Eve Dawes, and British Boutique's going to be back, and Checker Day.
Of course, you're here.
I'm back in a fashion.
I can't believe you're here.
I know.
Honestly, I mean, it's been kind of like sort of superhuman recoveries from your perspective.
I think it's a mindset.
It is.
And being sick and tired of being in the house. Sick and tired of it. Sick of looking at the walls. No way to escape because I can't drive. And Jim won't let me walk in case I fall down because I already fell down.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Ooh.
yeah.
So is this kind of almost like one of your first times out?
Yeah, this is my big coming out.
Really?
And I'm not 100%, of course, not 100%.
So things could, I mean, this is a risk for things to go kind of all a bit pear-shaped.
Totally, because I'm very foggy. My brain is very foggy.
Yeah. And we're not allowed to make you laugh, apparently.
I can laugh. I just have to, what they call block it. Where they teach you how to do it in the hospital.
Yeah.
You know, a pillow's good. You know, that if you're going to cough, sneeze, yawning's the most painful thing for me.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's odd. And I get pain all the way.
You would have thought sneezing would have been worse.
All the way around to my spine. It's very bizarre.
Bizarre.
But you have to hold a pillow when you cough so that obviously it doesn't come, you know.
Right.
So, yeah. So I've had to name. I'm very happy to be alive, of course.
That's true. And maybe, I mean, there might be some people watching who are thinking,
like, what the heck?
What's happened to
what
this
happened
woman?
to her?
So you should probably just do like the quick summary.
A quick summary. I thought I had food poisoning, violently throwing up, and jumped out of bed middle of the night and said there's something very, very wrong with me. I was in so much pain. I threw myself on the dog bed. Couldn't get up. Jim couldn't lift me because I didn't want him to touch me. It was really bad. But he managed to get me into the car. Don't remember any of that. He actually said to me, I was waiting for you to just pass out so I could scoop you up and get you in the car. Because I was in and out of consciousness because the pain was just excruciating.
Right.
So emergency room, lots of tests. And they said, you got perforated intestine. I actually didn't know that.
Right.
I had no idea what was going on because I was not there, really. They were going to go in, hopefully scope, take a look, fix whatever was going on.
Right.
And then when they got in there, they didn't know where my appendix was because it had exploded.
Oh, I thought they just were amateurs. So like, which end is it?
What does the appendix look like? So then I had gangrene, which I know
that was the weirdest thing. You mentioned that last week, and I was like, "What the?"
I know.
And that's just because it
was all infected.
Right. Because so you didn't know because this had happened.
And I didn't know that until I went to get the staples taken out. And she said, I'm going to give you the rundown of exactly what it was and what we did. And I went, gangrene? Like, I couldn't.
It just sounds so sort of 19th century.
It really does. Honestly, it does. But what they had to do was then clean up where my appendix had been.
So they put the leeches
all the gangrene
and whatever.
And then remove some of my intestine and stitch it back together.
Oy vey.
And so I've had to have a bit of a humour about it because I was obviously upset. It's a big scar.
Right.
It's big. It's above my belly button all the way down. So I've named it the Franken Dolly Belly because I like a creepy doll.
Nice.
So it's a Franken Dolly Belly, and I send a picture every day to my family to show them progress because that's as much as what's happening in my life these days.
And of course you'll be showing us on the show just shortly.
Not in person.
No.
Not in person.
All right, fair enough.
I know when I said that to you, I didn't mean in person.
Yeah, well, I know.
Your face was like, really?
She did say that just before we came. She was like, I'll have to show you. I'm like, all right. Good to know. Well, Mick says, welcome back, Sam.
Thank you, Mick.
Mike says, welcome back.
I feel like I've been in a different, I have been in a different world. And by the time, you come off these drugs, it's all very foggy.
Oh, yeah.
But I've made it here today. Didn't drive, can't drive.
The hero that is Jim is with us today.
Well, Jim is very militaristic.
He's militaristic.
As in, this is what we're doing, yes, you know. So I have very strict orders. He's like, get up, we're going walking. So I have to walk every day, whether it hurts or not. And it got to the point, if I did not say I wanted a shower before 9 o'clock at night, I wasn't getting one because he
look
was
at
not
him.
going to shower me after 9. Seriously, because I had to have him shower me.
I think it's good that you both got out of the house at this point, perhaps.
I went, but I need a shower because it's too late. I was like, I need a shower. But that first shower was like, I literally had my head on the shower wall, sat on a chair, crying my eyeballs out while he showered me, saying, "This is, you know what, vows for better or worse. This is the worst.
This is the worst." Aww.
Because I'm not washing your bum." That's what he kept saying. And then he'd literally like get me out of the shower, he'd dry me and everything, and I'd go, "I'm exhausted." But I just sat there.
Yeah.
He's been doing. He's
been busy.
He's been amazing, but he's driven me in today, so I can be here. But I'm glad to be here.
That's nice.
Although not 100% really here.
Well,
if you know what I mean.
We've got lots of people saying welcome back. Robin's saying welcome back. My mum's saying welcome back.
Hello,
Lovely
everyone.
to see you.
Oh,
as is Patrick.
hi,
And,
Patrick. Thank you for the monster.
and Beth
munch.
is saying, all these great people saying that.
It's a very frightening experience, more so after you've gone through it, when you start thinking of, the whole gravity of it.
Yeah. Dan is saying that. Kevin's saying that.
Oh, it's
All the
very
usual
nice
suspects.
of you. And thank you for all the gifts that came. Oh my God, I had friends send stuff from England.
And Adam's saying it's Ian's turn to go on hiatus. Now,
If you need a break,
Well,
I would understand that.
I would say this, but Adam, I actually remember. I think it's ingrained in my memory now, Adam. Last week we had Marcus Deegan on, and he was suggesting that Marcus was actually a better replacement for me.
Oh.
So I think this is not like him trying to do me a favour. I think he's actually
Trying to get rid of you.
suggesting a switch out here. So I got you. I got your number, Adam.
People have been so lovely to me. Honestly, every time a card would show up, or my friend Pam, she had food made for us and delivered a couple of days ago to give Jim a break. I just bawled and cried my eyeballs out.
No.
Friends sent me some, nail polish and, some pampering things.
Speak amongst yourselves.
Got some nail polish.
No, I'm not getting out nail polish.
And I just can't believe how kind everyone's been. But I've literally I've bawled for no reason most of the time. But it definitely makes you think, ooh, things can definitely turn in a heartbeat.
So, just to add to the collection, I think that's kind of a nice little
They're
position for you.
gorgeous.
Welcome back, Sam.
Thank you. And you know how much I love flowers.
I do, and these are very fragrant.
Are they lilies?
Oh, I can't see you over there. There's some there.
Oh, these are. I've never
all-
seen roses that gorgeous.
There you go. So,
Oh, you see, I'm gonna start crying.
and I was no, actually, I can't see you, so we're gonna have to move them. Maybe we can just move them forward.
Yeah,
There you go.
people have been so kind to me.
No, yeah, maybe we can just move them I don't know there.
Yeah, just stop, so you don't see me cry
All
my
right,
eyeballs
we'll
out.
put them back here, and instead of
Ah.
having two-pot head, it could be flower head.
Thank you. I swear, the things that people do for you, just to check in on you like you do, it just means a lot. It really does mean a lot, especially when you're trapped like a prisoner at home.
No, I'm sure. I'm sure.
But thank you.
Well, this is actually show number, 49, Travis? It's show number 49. So that means in just a couple of weeks,
We got a
we
big.
have our 1 year show anniversary. So you had to be back in time for that.
We gotta plan something for that.
And that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, well, what are we going to do? And and actually with you guys, first of all, wherever you are around the world, you're very welcome, whether you're watching here in the United States, and we are broadcasting from Las Vegas. And somebody asked that actually through a direct message just a short while ago. We are coming to you from Las Vegas.
Yeah.
But whether you're here in the US, in the UK, Canada, New Zealand, Spain, all the other places that we have viewers in, Greece, of course, and Philippines. We have quite a few in the Philippines. But anyway, this is Spill the Tea. You're very welcome to be here, and please like and follow if you have not already. We've been going for 49 weeks, so where have you been?
Yeah. Why did it take you so long to show up?
I know, exactly. That's what I was saying to you just this morning. No. So, really, what are we going to do? We've got to figure out something.
Yeah,
if you guys have got any ideas, we're always
I
welcome
think we need to do
that.
some sort of a giveaway. I think that would be really fun.
Yes. Can we give Travis away?
I'd want to win Travis.
Take me away.
I'd want to win
There
Travis.
he is. Travis is in the house today,
In his mask.
in his mask.
Got your mask on. I think we need to do a giveaway, definitely.
We need to do a giveaway. I was thinking, maybe we do like a sort of a best bits
Oh, yeah.
kind of thing, where
yeah.
which Travis will be editing, right?
Oh, I bet you're going to love
You're
that.
saying that because you're going to edit it? And you're
No,
making
I
a
will
joke?
edit it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Best,
He
best.
wouldn't know a best bit if it hit him in the face.
You know, I think we've probably forgotten about a lot of our best bits.
We
Because we've
probably
done so many
have.
shows now.
We have. So there might be a few best bits. I'm not saying like the whole thing, because it depends how much time we get to edit.
Yeah.
everything. But there are some great highlights, and I think it would be fun to do that.
Yeah.
And also, I think it's in some way maybe we should like incorporate our usual suspects.
Oh, yes.
You know?
Yes.
So whether you've been on the show, I mean, we're talking Dan and Craig and
Yeah.
you know all those guys,
Eve
and
and-
Eve,
yes.
and Dawn, of course, and Mary. And I know
Yes.
Mike was asking, "Where's Mary today?" She actually not only is Sam back, but she actually had a Zoom meeting
Oh, did
going
she?
on this morning. But I did give her the video link, so there's a chance she might just show
Oh,
up on the
that
show.
would be nice.
I did say if you want to just dive on in, Mary.
I
it's
loved
just-
her outfit last week.
I know it was pretty
I
amazing.
wouldn't expect anything different from Mary, though. Do
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
Like, she could wear anything with absolute confidence. Looks amazing. But, yeah,
totally
a big
does.
thank you to Dawn and Mary. I mean, who gets to say, you know, these wonderful people step in for you, you know, when,
Yeah.
when everything falls apart, you know?
Well, I know. No, it's great support.
Really nice.
Exactly.
Really nice.
And actually, speaking of Dan and Craig, and also, I mean, you know, you regulars too. I mean, we got Mick and Mike and all the Kevin and all the other guys and Sarah and the other Sam and Eric and everybody who always tunes in. If there's anything that you've got any ideas that we should do for our 1 year, you know, let us know. Let us know in the comments here.
Kevin's
Or
got a great idea.
What's he
Spill the tea teapot.
a spill the tea
Giveaway.
teapot. Oh,
We
yeah.
could do that.
That one.
We could totally do that.
We could actually, you know what? We should actually do it so we can give that one away, which has been on the set, because we can
create more.
create more.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll do that. Maybe this will be the prize giveaway for our
Yeah.
our,
yeah.
our
I
1 year.
think that
Nice
would be
idea, Kevin. See,
fab.
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
We don't always have the best ideas, but our audience does. Yeah. Who wants to win it? Who wants to win it?
I'm only getting up and down all the moment because for the first week we're actually wireless.
I know. It's
So
nice,
we're
isn't it?
playing with the technology,
Yeah.
and we can move around without being tethered.
Oh,
But
Dan,
yes.
Dan Valance wants a sports day. Oh, my gosh. Like sack race, potato sack race. That kind of sports day.
Sports day. Yes. Egg and spoon race.
Egg and spoon. That would be. You know, I've got a croquet set. We need to play croquet sometime when it cools down.
That'll do it.
That would be fun, wouldn't it?
Or maybe we actually get the whoever can come into the studio to come into the main studio, and we do it in there, and everybody can be socially distanced.
That will be fun.
Yeah.
I'd love that.
We could do that.
So there was egg and spoon. There was the three-legged race. There was the.
Sack race.
Is that what we called it? We called it a sack race. Is that what we called it?
I don't know.
What else? What
potato
else was
sack.
there? What other things that we had? Well, there was a relay, wasn't there? There was always like a relay race.
There is always a relay. I can't even talk. See that? You put me off my game. Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that. That's going to be a good one.
Will we be able to do something maybe with our new sponsor?
We might be able to do something with our new
Maybe.
sponsor, but we can't announce our new. We actually have one. See, we've gone a little bit further in sharing that now. Sam shared it,
But, so I haven't said who it is. I haven't revealed it.
But apparently, we're gonna. I did actually reach out to them to see whether we could do it this week, but we can't
Okay.
this week. But next week, and don't worry, we're not going to go all commercialized or anything.
God, no.
You guys are going to like this sponsor. It's just going to be something that you're going to go, oh yes, that's a useful
Yes,
one.
yes, yeah.
It's not going to be something like, whatever.
You're going to go, yes, we like that sponsor.
Yeah. So I believe next week we will be announcing
Be able to do
that.
something, yeah.
For sure. For sure.
Exciting.
The other thing that's going to be happening, not even next week, this week, in fact, not even any further in the day than the end of this show,
Right.
is we're going to be having a brand new kind of segment.
Yeah.
Not really a segment, a new show, effectively.
yeah.
And Dawn, who's been here for the last few weeks filling in for Sam, is actually going to be having her own British boutique
Yeah.
kind of show. So today's sort of like a preview, really.
Yes.
Just kind of
Give you an idea of what it's going to be.
what it's going to be. And I think, I'm not sure, but I think we may actually have Dawn with us somewhere. So there she is.
Morning.
See, you're back on the show.
Hey, guys.
How's it going?
It's good. I've actually got coffee instead of tea because that's what we make in the house.
You look
Did you-
very fresh this morning, Dawn.
Oh, thanks. It's lots
You
of
do.
makeup.
You look great.
Have you had enough coffee yet, though?
No, Jeremy literally just made it, but it's in my French bulldog mug.
That I like.
Nice,
That
nice.
I like.
I was-
That's
So
a
what are
great
we
deal.
what are we
was
going to be
just
doing
thinking-
then?
I need a spill the tea cup, like teapot for the back.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
we
yeah,
can do
you
that.
do. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
they're very exclusive, you know. It's one of one at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. But you're gonna have to make another one
Well, we
for
will
here,
now.
so that everyone
Yeah.
knows we're on spill the tea.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
And actually,
So
there
we're
is
gonna-
something. There's something about this one. This little sticker thing here, which you probably can't see. There's a little sticker here, which is an NFC tag, and I would just use them for another project. And I programmed the website
did ya?
into this. So if you actually scan the teapot with your phone, it'll take you to the website.
Yeah.
Bizarre, right?
That's brilliant. I love that.
So what's
That's
going to be
such a pleasure.
what's going to be happening
Yeah.
with your show today? Because we have no idea.
No, I know. Isn't it dangerous? You've given me full access to your
I actually
page.
did. We had a conversation last night and said what do you want it to do? And I'm like, whatever you want to do, which could be
You know-
dangerous.
I know. Well, I thought because it's the first week and people don't really know who I am or what I'm doing, I thought this week we'd just kind of like have a chilled out chat. Like I like to chat and shop. So I like
Yeah.
to chat, get to know people, see how they're doing, answer questions. And I actually bought a couple of pieces that are inspired by the UK or were made in the UK.
Nice.
Nice.
So
And I
we've
think
got a-
I think one of the reasons behind this was the fact that we obviously in this time it's kind of a little bit more difficult to Buster. Is that Buster the dog?
Yeah.
was
Well,
Buster.
there's Buster and then there's also Chandler growling. So
Oh, nice,
mean-
nice.
I'm a grand Chandler
Well, he's
because you've
enjoying
never
the show.
seen Chandler, have you?
No, let's have a
No.
look at your other baby.
Oh, there you go.
That is the best angle ever.
That's perfect.
Oh, you see, if that's not a reason to tune in, I don't know what is.
There's lots of puppy appearances in our boutique because
Do
we
you-
I
basically
love
do
it.
the whole thing for them.
I
Is
love
Jeremy your husband there? Or did you just pick him up and offer him
is.
to the camera as well? Does he have the
Yeah,
same
pick
look?
Jeremy up.
He sometimes appears. I don't know
He
where
do-
he is.
No, he's running away.
Oh, come here. No, I don't have makeup on. Can you hear him?
He does. He says, "No, I don't have any makeup on." Right.
Or
right.
underpants, probably.
Well, so the point of the show is really also because people aren't getting out and really shopping that much at the moment, and so we kind of wanted to give an opportunity that if you feel like you got to get a bit of your shopping therapy on, hosted by the inimitable Dawn, with a British themed stuff, I guess, or influenced.
Yes,
then
we kind
that's
of
gonna be
like
it.
we bring the high street to people in the comfort of their own home. You don't need to
Yeah.
leave. You don't need to worry about getting out. And we do a mix of clothes, but we also do gifts because we know a lot of people want to be able to buy stuff for other people. And then
Yeah.
we take care of that. We ship it to them. So even if you're abroad, even if you're not in America, like
Right.
I can ship stuff to other people as a gift.
Yeah, I love it. And you know what else I like, Dawn, is right now you can't try anything on anyway if you go into the stores.
Right.
Yeah, they won't let you try anything on. So you have that nightmare of take it home, doesn't fit, got to take it back. Oh, it still doesn't fit. It's a nightmare. And I know that you can really help people with sizing. And I think that is fantastic. Because sometimes I think that's the one thing that puts people off is, I don't know sizing. Well, you won't know either if you go to the store because you can't
No,
try it on.
exactly.
But it's very convenient, and I know you're great on sizing. So I love that. Makes it even better.
So basically, you're going to be doing your show immediately after this show. So I guess
Yes.
pretty much if you're watching this show, once we're done, then not on this same stream, but just to go back to the page.
Yeah.
And then yours will kick off, right?
Yep, mine will start up. And this week's just very cash. We're just going to have a chat. I'll show a few items that we have and just kind of introduce myself and the puppies because they bark throughout shows no matter what.
Right.
So the
Right.
more you get to know the puppies, the more
Real
you get to
life.
know my chaos.
Authentic,
Exactly.
real
Right.
life.
Right. Cool.
And
well,
then
we're
back in,
excited.
like,
We're excited.
2
We can't
weeks
wait.
for a more stable setup.
Yes, because then we're going to review. Actually, you're going to Dallas. Is the week after? That's really what it
Yes.
comes down to. So then,
I
so
have
this
to
is
go
going
to
to be your
Dallas to
preview.
market. Like
Oh,
the
very
three
good.
little pigs.
Very good. Very good. So sorry, Travis is just texting me right now. So even though he's over there, he's being very subtle and actually texting me.
I know.
Very
I just picked up on that too.
So, all right. Well, we're gonna leave you there, and then we will see you. Well, everyone will see you at 11.
Yes.
Ish.
I'll see you then.
Yes.
Wonderful.
All right.
Excited.
Thanks for joining us, Dawn.
Bye.
See you then.
Well,
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So that was Dawn.
That was Dawn.
And the reason why Travis was actually texting me is we had a guest. We weren't sure whether was going to be joining us or not on the show today.
Yeah.
And apparently he's with us now.
Wonderful.
Now, a couple of weeks ago, you might remember that one of our viewers asked us to do a little read-in regarding a gentleman that was actually walking around the UK. And he's more than a gentleman. He's in the armed forces. In fact, I believe he's a major.
I think he's major. Yeah.
And so we read that out, and obviously we checked out what that was all about because we weren't really familiar with it. And it's an amazing story. And in fact, I think we have it's Chris, right? Chris,
I'm going to say Brannigan. Can you put the lower third on?
Maybe we'll make sure we get the right name first of all.
There's nothing worse than getting named wrong.
Exactly.
Major Christopher Brannigan. Did I get it right?
We did?
Fantastic.
Yes, that is right.
We did. Okay, thank you. But before we actually get to Chris, there's a little video that we've just kind of snagged that we want to show you just to kind of frame up what this is all about. So take a look at this.
I've already cut this toe and that toe.
I don't know what's happening today. It's paralyzing.
It's the first day after my 35-day, 700-mile barefoot march across Britain. I'm finally back with my little Husty. You know what? The journey has been the most terrible and the most amazing thing I've ever done at the same time. Incredibly painful, but I've met so many incredible people and so many other families in need. And we've raised over £580,000 to create the first ever gene therapy for Hope for Hasty, which is absolutely amazing. That work is already underway with a great lab in the States called the Jackson Laboratory, and we're hoping that'll be ready by December next year, and then we can start clinical trials on kids. You know what, I've tried to put on shoes this morning and my feet don't fit, which is not great, but I'm looking forward to spending a couple of days with Hasty, having fun, having a few cups of tea and a couple of chocolate biscuits and watching some movies. High five. Boom.
My My goodness, I got goosebumps. I mean,
yeah.
that's incredible. Christopher,
I'm
welcome, welcome.
Yeah,
by the way. Welcome
we're
to the
so
show.
glad we can have you on the show, and it's such good news what you've been able to achieve in an incredibly short period of time since you started the walk. What made you want to do the walk with no shoes on? Oh, hang on, we don't have any audio. We're going to fix that.
Hold on, Chris.
Hang on 1 second, Chris. Let's see.
Oh, you're saying you need to go back out and come back in?
Okay.
Would you be able to bounce out and bounce back in on that? Because apparently we need to reboot just to get the audio in.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thumbs
so
up.
look at
Good.
that.
Love that.
He's got it on. So a
Love
little reset, and we'll come right back to you. Oh my gosh, that video is incredible.
I mean, when he said it's the worst thing and the best thing that has ever happened, and I mean, clearly I did not walk 700 miles barefoot across Britain, but to see that, I know that feeling of this is horrendous. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's I've got to keep going.
Well, yeah.
Despite,
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, I can't even begin to imagine how you get through that. And look at those people cleaning his feet, getting him on his way, to the next step. It's unbelievable.
It really is. I mean, I was kind of aware of what this was, but I hadn't even had a chance to watch that video
thing.
because it was such a last minute possibility that we were even going to get Chris on. And hopefully we can get him back on in a second.
I think his goal started at £300,000 was the goal.
All right. Well, we'll
and clearly
hopefully ask him that in a second. But I had just no clue of the extent that this thing really was, and I would need to look through our former comments to see who actually brought it to our attention. But
who was that? Let us know.
I think was it Lydia? I think. Are you with us, Chris?
Ooh, we still don't have audio. What the heck?
Can we do something on another
on a different
way of doing it?
Yeah. Could we do it on Messenger maybe?
We might
Are we
be able
getting
to.
now? Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Yay, we can hear
now.
you. Wonderful. So I guess we'll rewind. Yeah, what made you decide it was going to be a barefoot march across Britain?
I ask myself that every day, if I'm honest, during the 35 days that I was on the road. And I can't remember where the idea came from, but I remember the time when we decided that's what we were going to do. I spoke to a friend of mine who does lots of sort of charity events, and I said, I'm thinking of doing this sort of epic 700-mile type event to raise money. And he said, yeah, that sounds really good. And I said, I think I'm going to do it barefoot. And he said, it's totally impossible. You can't do it. And that was the moment I thought, boom, if that's the reaction people will have, then that's what I'm going to do.
Right, and then people willing you on to be able to do that is incredible. It looked so painful. How quickly did it get painful from the start of your march?
Immediately. So.
Oh.
Well, but then did it toughen up after a while? I mean, did everything kind of set in and you got the rhythm going?
Yeah, I think I did 6 weeks of preparation, and during that 6 weeks I walked barefoot, I ran barefoot, and I thought, yeah, I'm really ready for this. This is no problem. But a few days before we started, we added the kit. I wasn't going to wear a kit beforehand, so we added that on, but that made me 25 kilos heavier.
Gosh.
And then in addition to that, I realized that when I was here, when I was at home, I could choose my routes and just, get on nice roads and nice paths. But when you're moving from Land's End to somewhere else in a straight line, you don't get the luxury of choosing your roads. So sometimes it's bad.
Oh.
So now your goal was initially £300,000. Is that correct?
Yeah, our overall fundraising goal that we needed for the gene therapy for CDLS was £400,000. But for this challenge, I remember thinking if we can raise £50,000, that would be amazing. Mm-hmm. That would be as much as we could ever hope for. In the end, I think as at today, we've raised £618,000.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible! Congratulations.
Oh.
So now this is all to to fund the research over actually here in the United States, correct? And to be able to assist with the helping Hasty, of course, which is the whole point of this. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about that. What's next relative to the treatment?
So I think it's worth just sort of spelling out the timeline. We got a diagnosis for Hasty a little over a year and a half ago, and we sat down in front of a geneticist on, a random day in the middle of the week, and the geneticist said, your daughter has CDLS, which is a genetic condition that comes with a whole menu of problems and complications. And I said, well, what are the treatment options? And she said, nothing. There's nothing we can do. And that for us was heartbreaking. And we just researched, and we called dozens of doctors all over the world. And they all said to us, you could do this, but there's like a huge financial mountain to climb. You need to raise a ton of money. And that's what we started to do. And we're working now with a great place called the Jackson Laboratory, who are based in Maine, and they have a rare and orphan disease center, and they are world leaders in this, and they are working up a gene therapy for CDLS and for HASD right now.
Wow. And this just didn't exist prior to, there really was no option for this.
There were no treatment options at all.
Gosh.
And there still aren't. So the research is being done right now. This is right at the leading edge of science and medicine, and we're hopeful that by winter next year we will have the first ever treatment available for these kids.
That's incredible. Now, where did you say the Jackson Institute is based?
They're based in Maine.
In Maine. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Now, your little girl Hasty, how does it affect her? Having this this rare. It's very rare, isn't it? And how long has she had it?
So it's genetic. For Hasty, it was caused by a random gene mutation, which is how it affects most kids, meaning that she didn't inherit it from her mum or I. It just was random, and it can happen to any family. And CDLS, as I said, comes with a whole long list of things and complications and symptoms. For Hasty, she needs daily therapies, daily medications. It affects her growth, so she's quite small in stature. It affects her ability to learn. It comes with cognitive disability. And for some children, it can mean limb malformations and things like that. Some children are profoundly disabled.
Yeah. Well, wow. and on the walk itself, I gather you had a lot of people kind of supporting you as you were going through various kind of towns and cities. And what were some good examples of where the general public kind of really kind of got on board with this?
That side of it was absolutely incredible, because really we planned this in a really short time frame, in about 6 weeks. And I have the board behind me. We did a whiteboard with some blue marker on it. That was the whole of the planning. And as soon as lockdown ended here in the UK, we said, okay, that's it. I bought a train ticket. The next day I went to Land's End in the southwesternmost corner of the UK. And we published my route on the evening before every day. And I didn't know who was going to be there. The first day there was no one. It was just me walking. The second day there was one guy with me. And then every day after that, the numbers just grew and grew. And people showed up every day, and it was really, really cool.
That's amazing. And I guess local and national media probably sort of joined you along the route as well. Yeah. So I gather you had quite a lot of attention from that perspective.
Yeah, I remember the first day that I sort of really encountered sort of media on the road. We had some radio things and stuff on the telephone, which is a bit sort of ephemeral. But one day I was running down the road with my stuff, and feeling a bit miserable. And I saw this little guy with a long lens in the middle of the road taking photos. And I remember looking over my shoulder and thinking, I wonder who he's taking photos of.
Well, I just think it's one thing to just march across Britain, but I think to do it in bare feet.
Oh, yeah.
What did you do on your lowest point to dig you out of that? Because, seeing you laying there and going, I don't know what's happening. I just don't know what's happening right now. How'd you get yourself out of that?
Yeah, that's a really good question. And I developed a set of rules for myself along the way that just helped me cope. So there were lots and lots of days where I thought, I really just can't do it anymore. This is too painful. And on that particular day, I was with some people, and I was getting so upset with myself, and I was becoming embarrassed because I was in so much pain. And I actually sent them away. I said, I'm really bad company. Just leave me, and, I'm going to walk on in a little while after I've had a rest by myself. And I sort of had 3 rules. The first one was, if you're tired, just take a break, and you want to give up, just take a break. The second one was, remember why you're doing it, and for me, it was always Hasty. I just had to remember about Hasty. And I can't remember what my third rule was. I think it was just understanding that things go wrong. It's okay to
Yeah.
take a moment of reflection.
No, absolutely, and of course, in this time with COVID and everything else, I think it's just inspiring just to see somebody really just pushing through and doing what they intended to do and not letting. I mean, obviously you're outside, but not letting anybody or anything get in your way for that end goal. Correct?
Yeah, I mean, and there were lots of obstacles in addition to just being uncomfortable and tired and hungry and sore. I ran through torrential rain with sort of floods of water across the road. I ran through, I think, 3 of the hottest days we've had this year, and on record, where the road was so hot it was burning my feet.
Oh, of course.
Gosh.
I got lost lots of times and got upset with myself, but I just kept going.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I think, and one, it's good news. We haven't had much good news about anything in the last few months. But it's good news not just for your little girl, but for lots of children. Is there a lot of research into this for kids with these rare genetic diseases? Is there much of a focus on that?
There's not. So in the UK, really, there's so much more that could be done. And right from the outset, I said one of my aims was to raise awareness about rare disease, because there are some really difficult statistics in the UK. 95% of rare diseases have no treatment, and that's actually across the world.
That's
And
huge.
50% of all those affected are kids, and 1 in 3 of those won't live to see their 5th birthday.
Oh my.
And it's not because these diseases are so difficult and intractable that we can't find treatments. It's just that they're small patient populations, and pharmaceutical companies just aren't interested unless there's big figures involved.
Yeah.
And we just weren't prepared to accept that.
Well, you're changing that.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
And that's amazing.
And just having champions and warriors like you to be able to make that difference is huge. So I know everyone's kind of totally behind you on this as much as possible. So now, so what's next? Are you going to be coming over to the States anytime soon to kind of check in on stuff, or are you just going to kind of keep your feet up for another couple of weeks to recover?
Oh my gosh, your poor feet. Have you got your shoes on yet or not?
No, I'm still barefoot. Actually, I think my body's adjusted to barefoot, and it's been good for me in lots of ways. I normally have knee problems and hip problems from a career in the army, but they all melted away when I went barefoot. Funny enough.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Well, they're still there, just the feet hurt more.
Maybe it's relative.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's going to move rather quickly then. You were saying, not this December, the following December. That's moving fast, isn't it?
Yeah, so we were given a timeline of 24 months from start to finish, which can vary a little bit from either side. But in truth, gene therapy is understood quite well, but it's still very much in its infancy, and it's about applying gene therapy to as many different disease areas as possible. And in this case, we're just driving it so we can get it for CDLS, but there are so many diseases like this, thousands that have a genetic root that could benefit from a gene therapy, but it just takes families or companies or governments to really get on board and drive gene therapy forward.
Yeah,
Right,
and all the people that believe in it to donate.
No, absolutely,
Well,
and we'll definitely make sure we put the link in the comments right there.
Yes, we will.
So that people can connect and get more
that
information.
Get that number bigger.
Yeah, and donate. I'm sure you're not going to be cutting people off from donating at this point. I mean,
no.
all more the merrier, right?
Keep taking that money.
Absolutely. So although we've had an initial funding target, as I said, of £400,000, and we've sort of breached right the way through that. That means we're able to pay for the research, and that was a real worry bead for my wife Hengame and I. But that just means we can pay for the research, and the end of that process is to say we now know this works, we've got a treatment. But to conduct clinical trials where you actually give this to kids and watch them benefit from it is going to cost millions, probably £2 or £3 million. So we need to continue to fundraise for that.
Yeah.
Well, and hopefully the awareness that you've brought to the cause will inspire others to get behind it and see that there are results being created, and you've now got on the ladder, that the ladder now just needs to be ascended, correct?
Exactly. Yeah, and we're getting more and more awareness, more and more families come together, not just within the CDLS community, but one of the really heartbreaking things about my journey was that I came across so many families who were really struggling in the face of their particular rare disease and didn't know where to go, where to get advice, the doctors they were seeing didn't have the proper training to give them advice. And we were able to sort of give them some little measurement of hope that, something could be done for their kids, and brought them together, and we're starting to connect them now, which is really good.
Gosh,
Wow, that's amazing.
This is just it's gonna become huge. Like you say, a big spotlight on it. There's got to be a lot of families really excited about this. It seems like it's been a forgotten population. And I'm just so glad we've finally got some good news coming out of this whole corona thing. What does your little girl think about what you just did?
So she's really, really proud, and she's told me as much when I've asked her. But, she really missed me while I was away. I was gone for 35 days, and she made her own little donation box, unbeknown to my wife, and went to our neighbours' houses and asked them for money because she said, I want my daddy to come home.
Oh my gosh! Oh, wow. She sounds fantastic.
That is. Well, I mean, best of luck with the clinical trials and the development actually as it's starting. And we'd love to be able to check in with you at some point down the road. And if you're coming over to the States to do anything, just let us know.
Yes.
And we'd love to have you on.
Come to Vegas.
Yeah. You'll be the only one.
Yeah.
It's funny. Me today, maybe you should run across the States, and I thought that might be a bit more than I can do with.
Well, you've achieved one entire country. Why not?
Why not the next country?
Maybe just do it in slippers next time. Step up just a little bit.
Oh, I think it's great though. I was just saying to Ian this morning, we need to ask people if they've got any good news, and this is more than good news. This is life changing.
It's amazing. It really is. And
brilliant.
And we weren't even sure whether we were going to be able to connect and have you on the show. So I'm so thankful that you did.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely make sure, if it's not already there already, we will make sure that link is posted in the comments and actually on the page. We'll do that later on. And congratulations, and may it continue. And we'll talk to you again soon. And best of luck and everything.
Yeah, it's good to have some good news, and keep us in touch.
Thanks so much for joining us, Chris.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
All right,
Thanks,
take care.
Chris. Bye.
See you then. Wow, that was fantastic.
That's inspirational.
Absolutely.
Isn't it?
So guys, definitely. What a story.
And I hope it inspires other people to do something similar for the same cause. Because you can get lots of people on board.
I had no idea there was such a high percentage of conditions that
treatment.
weren't even approached. You might have to tilt that guitar just a little bit, by the way, because I guarantee that's going to fall over in a minute.
Yeah, that's looking
Sorry,
a bit dodgy.
Yeah, we don't want that. There you go. There you go. Perfect.
That's the thing is, I can imagine it's a relief when you get a diagnosis, when you don't know what it is, but then to be told there's no treatment, that is the worst.
Well, and he took it on in straight on, fair and square.
I can't imagine doing bare feet.
I know.
They look so painful.
Yeah, it was funny when he said, I wonder why I actually decided to do that, most of the way through.
But it gets more attention than a marching across Britain.
Yeah, well, true.
A little bit more, but then to put an extra 25 kilos on top of that, that's an issue.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't have done that.
And then I think he drew the line at doing it then backwards, because that would have been the only next stage by the sound of it.
Right, exactly.
He added so many layers to it.
Oh, it's such good news. We'll make sure that link goes up, because the more support he gets, the more kids can be helped, including his own kid.
He will.
Oh, bless her.
Let's take a moment. As always, we have our BFF section with Eve Dawes, and so I think we need a moment just to kind of breathe from that.
Not cry.
And this week Eve is she's doing exercise, which I know none of us are going to do.
Oh, I can't.
Yeah,
I just can't.
You can't. But
I got up a flight of stairs today, and that's good for me. But that's it.
So let's all be inspired by somebody who actually is doing exercise.
Yeah.
Here's Eve.
Good morning. We are going to kick things off this morning with some leg and lower body exercises. Going to get through this really quickly. We get all body weight, no equipment needed, so you can do this at home or wherever you want. Okay, so we're going to start with body weight squats. So there's two options for this. You can either go wide, sit back, come up, or you can bring them narrow. So doing them wide is going to give you more of a glute workout. Bring them narrow, kind of hip width, and sitting down is going to give you more of a quad workout. So when you're going down, whichever way you want to do these, just make sure You're sitting backwards, so the knees don't go further forward than the toes. And then you want to squeeze your glutes and core throughout. So when you're coming up to the top, try and squeeze the hips forward, keeping the stomach nice and tight. Okay, exercise 2 is going to be a reverse lunge, and there's an option to make it harder. So let's just start with a reverse lunge. So stepping back, coming back to place. Again, squeezing the hips forward when you come up, squeezing the booty, and then keeping the abs nice and tight. If you want to make things harder and challenge your core a little bit more, you're just going to go down and then bring the knee up, keeping that on the same side. So you can do as many reps on each side as you like, and then you can switch sides. You want to get that back knee down to the floor, go as low as you can. I want to say good, but you're not doing it with me. I'm so used to doing this with people, it's weird doing it to myself. Okay, third exercise, we're going to get a core workout, you'll see why, whilst working the calves. So we're going to go down into a squat, we're going to raise up onto our toes and lower. So each time you go up onto your toes, you're really having to test your balance, and you're also engaging your entire leg muscles holding this squat position whilst working the calves. So you can do whatever you want with your arms. I'm just keeping them here because they're out of the way. You can put them on your hips if you find that better, out to the side if you find that helps with your balance. So the tighter you keep your stomach squeezed, the easier you're going to find this to balance. And you should get a lot of heat building up through the legs by this point. Remember at the end of this to stretch out all the muscles you've worked. I'm not going to do it just to keep this segment nice and short for you, so you're not here for an hour with me. Okay, exercise number 4. We're going to go into curtsy lunges. So just step into the side, knee touches the ground, back to center. I'm doing this without weights just to show you can get a good workout without any equipment. If you have weights lying around at home, grab them, use them, you do you. Again, like you can do this time, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, you can do reps, 12, 20, whatever your workout regime normally is. So again, keeping low. If you get more tired, it's easier to start shortening these movements. Each time, make sure you come all the way back up to standing, squeeze the hips forward. Last exercise, we are going to do on the floor, so drop down to your carpet, your mat, whatever you have at home. And we're just going to do, on our side, legs straight, resting on the elbow. It's just lifting and lowering that top leg. Rather than letting the toes turn out, keep everything facing forward. Keep the abs nice and tight, and then lift as high as you can. Getting a really nice squeeze in those abductor muscles. And again, however many you want to do on each side, just remember to do both sides. You want to make sure everything is nice and even. So like I said in the last workout when we did the upper body, I'm going to put a video on YouTube, all 3 of these workouts, abs, arms, lower body, all together. So you can get a total body workout you can do at home with no equipment. I'll put it up on YouTube, it's just YouTube/Eve Dawes. Thanks for watching, enjoy the rest of your day, stay fit and fabulous.
Oh, good God. I'm trying.
Just the one leg. Just the one leg.
That's as much. That's it. That's all I got.
Nice socks, though. I love the socks.
Thank you, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the British socks.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, my gosh. So don't say I didn't exercise.
Doesn't Eve look great?
There you go.
When does she compete as Mrs. England?
Mrs. England.
When does
I don't
that
know.
come up?
We'll ask her. We'll ask her next week.
Yeah.
We'll get her on the show. We'll get her on video next week or something.
Tell you something. She keeps on top of everything: her nutrition, her exercise,
really
her
does.
beauty routine.
God, why did I do that?
I'm allowed to do. I'm allowed to walk. I'm not allowed to do any abdominal exercises. Since I've been.
You know what I need after that?
Cut all the way. But yesterday, I'm allowed to do a little bit. I do a tiny bit of stretching and some mobility stuff. But I did 4 leg lifts, and that was it. That was it. That was the maximum.
That's all I can do. So you got the same as
I
me.
don't feel that bad.
And now I can eat this much.
Yeah, you've heard
what is
that.
This called? What is this one?
That looks like just an ugly donut, I think.
It's an ugly donut.
It's just an ugly donut. Let's look at some comments. Someone mentioned they were coming to Vegas. Who was it? Someone said they were coming to Vegas.
Lots of people really wowed by Chris's story, as you should be.
Yeah.
Amazing, really amazing.
You just wonder where that strength comes from, don't you? It's amazing.
Sharon says, "Hi, I'm new to Spill the Tea." And, well, you're very welcome. Make sure you follow, and so you know when our shows come up. So I got, oh God, that was really sugary.
Hello to my mom. And
Suzanne says, welcome back, Sam. Great to see you.
Thank
Looking
you.
so fabulous.
Thank
as
you.
you are.
It's lovely.
How are you doing, by the way? You doing, is this good?
I'm all right. I mean,
Yeah?
I am foggy in my brain. I am.
Yeah.
But,
Well, that's understandable.
It is. I'm fine.
I haven't got all the comments here for some reason. I've only got the last few.
Ooh, here we go. Oh, if you make it to Vegas, I'll stand you around, said Mick Burns.
Oh, speaking of Mick, actually, Mick. So him and some of our other regular peeps on our show, such as Craig Murrin, our pensions guy,
Dan Burke,
Dan the taxi man,
Mark McGarry,
and then there was also Lee Bennett,
yeah,
our foodie chef Lee Bennett, and also then Robin as well, Robin Haid there. They all went. See, they're very cultured. They're very cultured, this lot, and they all got together and decided in a very almost like I think they got together in like a sort of a little sort of book reading circle one day and said let's go away for a few days.
A lads' weekend away.
Oh no, way more reserved.
Oh right.
So they went to San Antonio, and I noticed this online.
Sorry about that.
You opening the Monster.
Yeah, what's a Monster?
So as part of this reserved weekend away, and since they are probably most of them watching the show right now, we thought we'd give you a little instance of the sort of cultural experiences they got to do in San Antonio. You didn't know we were going to do this, but still. Travis, show us an example. Well, all right. I mean, food and drink, and more booze and drink. No, but there's other things. No, now they're in a limo drinking. That's that. But other things that they did on the trip included a bit more booze. That makes a lot more sense. But
right.
Outside of the drinking. There was some more drinking apparently, so that's about it, I think. Unless was there one other perhaps which I'm not sure if that. Yes.
Look at Dan.
I don't even know. Maybe this was the result of all the
Where
drinking.
have they got that from?
I don't know. But Dan Burke.
I want to know where they've got that from.
What is that about?
I actually want to go on the weekend with them next one.
So
I also heard something about someone getting roofied by a transvestite is what I heard, but I need to follow up.
All in the name of culture.
All in the name of culture. Looks like they had a great time.
Well done, guys. Thank you for that little experience of showing the Britishness.
I'm sure there are more incriminating photos.
I'm sure there are.
Has to be.
And if you've got them, you can share them.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I have to tell you something about Monster Munch, which I haven't had in forever.
Oh my gosh, I haven't.
People think Monster Munch. They think that's the monster's foot. But it's not the monster's foot. You have to turn it upside down. The monster has very long arms, and then it's 2 legs.
Oh.
That's Monster Munch.
I had no idea. I thought it was its foot.
No.
All right, well, you learn something new every day.
Oh my God, this feel good.
I don't know if...
These would be good in a sandwich.
You know why this isn't working with the comments? I'm actually looking at last week's show. That's probably not a good thing.
Hello to Sharon. She's new to Spill the Tea. Sorry, I'm eating with my mouth full.
But what else?
Dan brought it with him. The whole outfit.
You took a. That's planning.
He owns the outfit. Because I wondered, because I saw someone else in it. I think Mick was wearing it.
You only have to time on Monster Munch because if we both are eating, none of us we can't. All right, you go first. So what else? Was there some other things you found online other than our cultured Brits and friends?
Well,
going to San Antonio.
A big thing that I did during recovery that helped to me in hospital was looking at ridiculous memes.
Oh, yeah.
And TikTok. TikTok is very fun. It's very positive. So I'd watch John DiDomenico, the most amazing Trump impersonator.
Uh-huh.
Hilarious. He's hit over 1 million subscribers already.
Just like us.
Just like us. So I found all this really, really funny stuff and funny memes and stuff. And I found this one. And it's a window cleaning company. Check out this meme.
Yeah. I saw this as well this week. And it did take a minute.
Missed a bit. You missed a bit.
Do you think it's real or do you think somebody just
I don't know. I think Brits are rather witty, aren't they, when it comes to business names and stuff. This one really made me laugh.
Travis is like, yeah, which one?
The one with, are you 2 girls from England?
Wales.
Into Wales from England. So stupid.
That's ridiculous.
And as I've been scanning TikTok for stuff, but we can't play the TikTok one, can we?
We can play the video, not the TikTok.
We can play the one of my dog, Thornton. So I do love Snapchat. And so there's a filter. It's not for dogs, but I tried it on my little Thornton.
Yeah.
And it's the Disney. It's the Disney filter. You can Disneyfy your dog.
That's awesome.
Look how cute she is. Flicking her
I
eyelashes.
can't believe it stayed like it connected because usually that doesn't.
Oh,
work,
you know
does
what?
it?
She's such a good girl, my Thornton. I only have to say to her, can you sit for me? And she just sits. And she's such a good dog. She's not a problem. I tried it on Twix. Didn't work because he's got a very dark face. But I did do one of myself, and I didn't look cute like a Disney princess. It works better on pets than people.
It does.
But I do think, though, that we should definitely, with you and I having a dance background, we need to have a TikTok account, Ian. Because it's all dance challenges. It's only 15 seconds. I mean, some of them are really that simple. Do you know the group Junior Senior?
No.
You don't?
Should I?
Yeah, they're great. Well, all they do, there's one, it's a dance challenge, and literally all it is shake your shoulders forward, shake your shoulders back. That's all it is.
I could do that.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
15 seconds.
That's what I could. Look, I got the leg
You did.
raises.
I love
going.
the dance challenges. They're great. Yeah,
I
so.
could have another Monster Munch.
Aren't they good?
Ridiculously
Aren't they good?
Suzanne really likes the beefy ones, but these are what are these? Pickled onion.
Pickled onion.
These are good. I know you're jealous.
I know.
What?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. See, that's what happens.
Where's the talk with the teeth like that?
You're just playing the hazy
I'm
thing.
trying not to open my mouth.
Anyway, moving
Family
on.
Olympics. I did not see the Family Olympics, so that's one we need to look up on TikTok.
Family Olympics. All right, very good. So, wait. You know, there is one thing that we are missing today, and it's not actually all that.
We haven't done Check a Day.
Check a day.
We haven't
It's
Check a
check a
Day.
day, Travis.
These.
It's check
Patrick.
a day. It's a day that we check the day. Today in history is.
Wait, that T-shirt you got on.
He's got his name on his T-shirt.
Because you are Travis Flesher, and the T-shirt
Flesher Pressure?
says Flesher Pressure.
Oh, get you.
Yep.
Look at you.
I'll let you assume your own ideas
I
about
already
it.
did.
Yep.
Good lord.
I don't think Ian went down that path, but
No, I wouldn't, would I?
no.
It's actually a light day in history today, everybody, so it won't take long. It's an odd one. It's Helium Discovery Day. Okay. It's Mail Order Catalogue Day. It's National Bad Poetry Day, which is the best poetry I
That's just
do at
like
all.
what Travis just did.
National Fajita Day.
I don't like them.
You don't?
Nope.
National Ice Cream Pie Day.
Nope.
Ice cream pie? No, that's good. You don't like pie and ice cream?
Oh, I thought it was like ice cream in a pie.
Well, it is.
Oh.
But do you remember the Swiss roll things?
I do like that. Arctic rolls.
Arctic roll. That's right. Not Swiss roll. Arctic
Yeah.
roll. Those are great. It's Pinot Noir Day. That's just worth the whole check day right there.
Yeah, take all the others off the list.
So celebrate that wherever you are. It's Serendipity Day. What a coincidence. That's right. It's not. I didn't. Oh, and then in history, there's really not much, actually. Quite honestly, no, there's nothing. That's it. There was no history today. Well, there is, but it's all negative stuff, and we've decided we're not doing negative today.
No, in fact, if you've got good news, tell us right now, because we don't get enough of the good news, do we?
It's true. I'm going to eat.
Yeah.
Keep talking. I mean.
Oh my God! Right, put these on bread and butter. That could be your Monster Munch sandwich.
A Monster Munch.
Because you've never done the crisp sandwich, have you, and stuff?
I have not.
Aren't they good?
Are we good? I mean, look, I've had a little bit of this donut.
You have
today,
whatever
but
you
that's not
want.
bad. So
I've got crumpets as well. They're over there. We're gonna have crumpets, aren't we, in a bit?
we're gonna have post-show crumpets.
Post-show crumpets.
We like that.
Bit of crumpet.
All right. Why not? Why not? Well, I mean, maybe at this point then we should think about, letting you breathe and relax and kick back and.
This was good.
Yeah.
This was really good for me today.
Yeah.
Mentally to get out as well.
Right.
But I do have to move every day.
You do.
Yeah, and it's not easy at times.
You got up the stairs.
I did. I was like, you don't realize that when you're in pain that you don't take full breaths.
Right.
So your lung capacity diminishes. And I have a lung trainer that I have to use at home. And I have to suck in. It's not a blow situation.
Mm-hmm. This is all you. I'm just sitting here.
Your face. You have to suck in. And then this little ball thing goes up. And you have to maintain it between these two numbers. And then you also have a goal number. Yeah. I don't know what the number... What does it relate to, that number, Jim? I have to do... I'm at 1,500 right now. Yeah. And you have to suck in, but maintain that little...
Oh, yeah, the little ball
thing.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how in what short period of time your lungs just...
You should get like the ones you had as a kid where the ball's on that little cup and you have to... It floats in the air. Yes. That would have been way more fun.
I know, because when they first gave it me, I blew into it. Like, no. You need to suck. And you realise, my lungs aren't working.
You're just used to doing breathalyzers and that's kind of the natural
I'd be very good at that.
Oh, this one's different. Oh, okay. I won't lose my licence for this one. All right.
Oh, and do you know what? I want to say get well to Graham Fenton, friend of ours, who just went in and had the exact same surgery. Exactly the same.
Gosh,
he was one of the Jersey boys, correct, Jim? Remember Jersey Boys was here in town?
Yeah.
For a long, long time.
I remember when all the shows were here.
Yeah, when we had shows in Vegas.
Yeah.
And he moved to California, I think, to become an attorney, if I'm not wrong. But he went in and had the exact same emergency.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I messaged them, and, the two things I said was make sure you have a patient advocate, because I didn't have one, and I didn't have Jim. I didn't have anybody. And I could have agreed to anything because I was totally off my head. And the finance lady, the money lady, she shows up straight after you've had surgery.
I'm sure.
And you don't know what's going on. And she's like, hey, I'm here to talk about, yeah. And luckily I said, oh, I don't deal with any of that stuff. Jim does. And I called him and he got on the phone with her. Because who knows what I would have said. Because, I did some bizarre things. Yeah. In the middle of the night, they came in and I was stood on the bed. Just doing this, stood on the bed, just bizarre things, but you do need a patient advocate. Yeah. And I did say that to them, and I said, and if you can't visit him or anyone, then just tell the friends, just keep sending those text messages and those death pictures and the silly memes and stuff, because it keeps you going. It really does.
I'm sure it does.
But luckily for them, they allowed her to go in, and it was their 12th anniversary that day. And I said, you know what, though? It'll be the best, because you're so grateful that he's came through it.
Yeah.
And you'll be like, that was the best anniversary I ever had in the hospital.
That's fantastic.
So, but yeah, can you believe this? Is this a trend? Is this a 2020 trend?
I don't know. It didn't surprise me almost.
It's very odd though.
Being 2020.
It's very odd though, being without an organ. I'm missing an organ.
I'm sure we've got a keyboard or a...
It's so weird.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But you know what I did do that helped me with the lung capacity thing as well?
What?
There's we've got an LG TV, so we get a lot of internet channels as well that you just load in.
Yeah.
They're called apps, but they're actually channels. And there's a karaoke channel. And
You've been karaoke?
And I just sang. Yeah, I just sang.
Can Jim get some video of that? Because I think that would actually be more fun.
Would you like that, Jim? See me singing?
Yeah, we should show that on the show. Yeah. That's what I want to see.
All right, then, I'll do it. From the comfort of the recliner that my friend gave me, the Lazy Boy, which saved me, honestly.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. But that helped, the breathing.
Well, we are exceptionally happy that you're back.
I am too.
There is some good news, though. The guys on the feeds have said there is a bit of good news. Primarily, we've got Robin. Where is he? I lost you there for a second. But basically, he said he's just about got over from the hangover from San Antonio. So that's good news.
My sister finished painting the lounge. I need a picture, Cherie. You need to send me a picture.
Oh, there you go. And Kevin actually says the 19th Amendment grants women the rights to vote in the US on August 18th today. So it's actually there is some good news.
It's a very good thing.
So thanks for letting us know about that. We love that. And I think that's...
And you know what? Don't be... It's funny because I think people feel because Corona's been a nightmare and people have lost their lives and stuff that they're not allowed to post anything good that's happened to them.
Right.
But you should.
Absolutely.
You absolutely should, because we need to get the balance right. We're so out of kilter right now. So.
Well, we're loving having you back.
I'm so excited to be here.
It's so great. It's so great.
Yeah.
So I think probably that's about it for our show today. However, just so that you know, following this show, right after this show, Dawn Maxfield-Brock will be live with her British Boutique Show. So I suppose we could say stay tuned, but not on this. Not on this. Week.
Not on this
go
live.
To the page and then
go to the next live.
Go to the next live. So we'll see how that works out. But we're excited to have Dawn part of the page as well. And as always, thanks to you and thanks to Travis
and you
and to you. It's good night from him.
And it's good night from me and him.
See, look, we don't.
I don't even remember what it was.
We haven't quite got it figured out.
It's good night from me, and it's good night. What was it? The two Ronnies. What was it? Well, how did they close it?
It's good night from me and it's good night from him.
There we go.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. We shall see you next week on Spill the Tea.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Show 50, nearly 1 year.
We'll have something planned.
See you then.